How are you guys? My name is Jackson Mwindi, and for those people who are new to this channel, you can just subscribe because we make videos about immigration to other countries, and how you can secure jobs in other countries, because I know most of my listeners are people who come from Africa, and they would want to know whether there are opportunities available which someone can utilize, because it's not easy for someone to come from the village and know all these things without being told by vloggers and bloggers like us, because most of us we have experiences, and others have what we call the research. They have done research and known that from Africa this is what you need. For example, I like giving an example of nurses. Nurses, there is a clear pathway for you can take to go to countries like Canada, USA, name them, the Australia, Northern Ireland, UK. There is a clear pathway, and I think I'll make a video capturing those pathways, different pathways for nurses, the way they can go to those countries. But for this video, I wanted to talk about our brothers and sisters who are working in Gulf countries. You'd realize that there is a lot of bad media coverage of what is happening in those Gulf countries. If something small happens in Gulf countries, it is usually blown out of proportion. But if you come to our countries, our cities like Nairobi, Kampala, Abuja, Accra, name them, even South Africa, you'll find that there are so many other social evils happening. But because of how media is inclined, or social media is, those things are not blown out of proportion. I'm not saying that it's entirely a nice place. First of all, there's no country which is like paradise. It's just that there are different and varied working conditions, which if you compare to our African situation, mostly you find that in terms of economy, living standards, healthcare, education, possibility of getting jobs, you find that in those other countries it's easier as compared to our African countries. So that's why I decided to come with this video and talk about Gulf countries, which is Qatar, Dubai, name them. There are so many. There are so many. Sharjah. There are so many Gulf countries where some of our African brothers can go there and start working. For example, as people take jobs like what do they call them? House managers, guards, security guys, petrol station attendants. Name them. There are so many different kinds of job people can work there. And before I forget, there's a website I said where people can look for these jobs, because I realized that many people are paying a very high amount of commission to get these jobs without knowing that you can apply for these jobs by yourself. Just needs you to do some Google search and know where these jobs are gotten from, and apply. And once you apply, it's a game of chance. You either get one. So what I usually advise my people, before I forget that again, apply for as many jobs as you can, because the more you apply, the more you increase the chances of getting those jobs. Because you cannot just do one application and say that now that you've done one application, you wait for the response for the next 1 month. So if you do that, it means that in 1 year you'll just have done at least 12, at most 12 applications. But for people who succeed, and I like giving this analogy because of footballers, because it is one example which I can relate with many people. Footballers do not try just once. They don't hit the ball once or twice or thrice or 4 times or 5 times. Then when they don't get to the goal, they say that now I'm not qualified to be a footballer. They try this thing many times up until they succeed. But you, because you don't want to get tired, you just want to make one application and say that it's hard to get these jobs. Apply as many times as you can. If you wake up, just make an application, at least 2 or 3 in a day, and wait for the response, and I assure you will get that job. So there's one website called Naukri Gulf. It's a nice website because it has jobs for people who want to work in Gulf, and the employers get in touch because I'm telling you this from experience. I tried applying for one. It's just that I just wanted to see whether it's possible. I applied for one, and surprisingly, I got the job. They told me I can report. It's just that I could not because of many other things which I'm doing for people who know me. So, what was I saying? Make an application each and every day you wake up. And the first thing you need to have is a passport from your country. So that is the starting point. Before even you try anything else, make sure that you have yourself your national passport, travel document, travel passport. Yes, I hope you understand me. Second, apply for a police clearance certificate, because without that, many employers will still be asking you, where can we know your criminal history, whether you have any criminal history. And the only way they can know whether you have a criminal history is by looking at your police clearance certificate. So make sure that you have your police clearance certificate. And if you're working in another company, make sure that you get a recommendation from that company, and they recommend that you are a good worker. You've been working with them maybe for 5 years, and it will go a long way when the employer wants to know your history in terms of career. Also, if you've done, I like saying this, and you'll allow me to say in this video. For example, you've done a degree or a diploma in, let's say, for example, human resource. Let's say, for example, Bachelor of Commerce, BCom. Let's give another example of education. You should not be zeroing on getting jobs in that sector only, because it might not be easy for you to get jobs in the sector which you studied. So what do? You look for jobs which we call starter jobs. For example, petrol station attendant is a starter job, but it's better than just staying at home and saying that we are not able to get jobs. You start with that a small job, then you from there you can work your way through. If it's a company, they might recommend you further, or you look for jobs in other companies and now start growing from there. So the first thing, passport. Second thing, police clearance. Then you write a good CV. A CV is where you pitch to the employer. The employer needs to know who you are. The employer needs to know what you do in your CV, plus cover letter. So don't just write a generic CV and use it across all these platforms. It will not work. It will not work for you. You need to tailor your CV to suit each and every job you apply, because you must read the requirements of each and every job, because each and every job has its own requirements. You read what are the job roles, and you make a CV which suits that kind of job. So guys, I hope you've heard what I've said. Apply for those jobs, don't tire, and at the end of the day, you'll get a job and you'll bring a testimonial. So guys, let me finish this video there. What you can do right now is follow me, either you're watching me in TikTok. If you're watching me in YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so that whenever I make a video, you'll be notified. And you can also share this video to your groups. You might be having church groups, school groups. Share this video to encourage someone, or share it to a friend, and we'll grow together. So let me finish there. We meet in another video.